as I walk through the streets and lanes of my hometown. Well, I feel an old familiar feeling. Wooden shingled houses, street on street, row and row.
Coming from a line of single mothers, it wasn't until I saw my grandparents' marriage certificate that I realized that my grandmother was carrying my mother when she got married. That explains why I never met my grandfather.
So your grandfather, Charles Hayes Sr., was killed by a radial car, which was before streetcars and just after the horse-drawn streetcar. He died of shock. He was sent to on your birthday today, July 18th. So happy birthday.
Thank you.
Sorry I had to bring you to the cemetery, but it's part of the process of the documentary film thing.
Okay.
So he would, through all this, finding through the researcher in Dublin, is how I found out that you had a grandfather killed in. Now the interesting thing was he was like 49 when he died, which means your father was 21, and your father ended up being a streetcar driver.
Yeah.
And his father was killed by a streetcar.
Amazing.
So I thought that was,
Yeah.
you know,
Unbelievable.
And you never heard anything about that. He never said anything.
No.
Like that.
No, never told me.
And you didn't even know about your great grandfather.
No.
Your grandfather.
No.
So he was from Dublin, and it looks to me like apparently your grandmother stated, but that's all it said on the records. It didn't say where he was from. That he'd been here for, I think it was at least 42 years, which means he was here when he was like 10 years old.
I guess.
Which means his family, your great-grandparents on that side, on your Hayes side, were here in Toronto or in Canada somewhere.
Yeah.
So the fact that I trace him now, like he was saying to us earlier, because of the Spanish influenza after World War I, they were dropping the bodies off. When you say they were dropping the bodies off at the front gate. So,
yeah.
So you couldn't. They were just burying them wherever they could. And apparently he said that this section that we're in right now,
The open space, he said. Yeah.
because he said this didn't get remapped. They everything else has been mapped around, but this particular section that we're in this whole cemetery, I think because in 1926, like you just saw that one from 1925, and John just found that other one. Did you see a date on that other one?
Couldn't read it.
Well, he's right. We found the markers for the number that would be
I
at the foot
have
of
a
it.
feeling around that tree.
Yeah, it's got to be. He said it's these two rows. So somewhere around here is a flat stone from 1926, and
You're probably standing on it.
could be anywhere.
Yep.
So I didn't expect to have the Hayes. I wasn't even searching the Hayes line, and that's what's been coming to me. That's what's been revealed. I'm getting all this information. So what I'm finding is that ancestors will reveal themselves, because I'm still working on 1749 and the Martins and the Johnsons and the Scallions in Ireland, and here I got these Dublin Hayeses. And you didn't even know. And how long have we been driving by this? My whole life I grew up, 50 years in this neighborhood.
And I've been driving by over 60 years.
Your dad school's over there. John even works at the restaurant down the street.
Yeah.
He went to school
and
across
Del
the
just
road.
lived down over there off Howard Park.
And we've been living here our whole lives, and we had no idea that we had an ancestor in here. But
I never knew.
Your grandfather, my great-grandfather, and his great-great-grandfather is buried here somewhere. Charlie Hayes, show me where you are. I'm going to sneak in here with a rake. Did it.
When my mother got her scotch and soda, my son got out of the cemetery, and I got my shot.